What's up, guys? It's Matt, and welcome back to NFL Picks. I'm here with just Shroud. Rep is like running late. I don't know if he'll even be here. We'll see if he shows up. We'll just go back through the picks whenever he comes back. But we're just gonna start without him. The trade deadline just happened. A lot of players got switched to new teams. We'll mention that at some point. But yeah, you ready to start with Thursday game?
Go.
Here we go. Also, it's probably gonna be a lot of more recording on Thursday. I know we did like Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday's probably gonna be the designated recording day, so the videos are gonna be late. That's okay because I'm working on other projects. Trust me. All right. Here we go. Raiders, Broncos. This is the Thursday night game in a couple hours. The Raiders kind of just like lost their season yesterday. I know it was like already bad, but I think the record pretty much, and the rest of the AFC West ahead of them pretty much confirms it for me. That did for me. They could have been like 3-5, and now they're 2-6. Way different. But yeah, I think their season's completely over now. They're looking into next season with Ashton Janty. They need a new quarterback, and we'll see how they do. Broncos are rolling. Could be an upset just because, the Raiders, of course, always try to win late. Like, win at the latest times when their season's over. But I'm going with the Broncos here.
I don't see them winning this game at all. Broncos are a way stronger team.
Yeah, they're just a better team right now. Divisional match though, prime time. Weird things happen, but Broncos are home too. Gonna be tough, even tougher to win. So
yeah,
gonna not bank on that. We'll see. Rep, maybe like after the video, Rep will just tell me his picks. That'll be fine.
Yeah, probably.
Falcons, Colts. This is in Berlin, by the way. Right? Oh, God, now I gotta look this up. Did I just miss out this graphic? I think I did. I think Falcons Colts is in Berlin. Give me a second. Let me check this. I should have did a lot more. I should have known this beforehand, but oh well. Yep, this is Berlin. All right, they're playing in Germany. Forgot to get the German flag, but I'll have that next week because there is another Berlin game. But yeah, does that really change anything? Not really, because Sauce Gardner is on that defense now. They lost last week. They're not gonna fucking lose a game ever again. My God, they got all the pieces they need. Who are you going with?
I'm not counting on the Falcons.
Nah. They definitely look like the symbol of, like, Germany. I understand why they did it. Germany used to have a flag that kind of looks like the Falcons logo. It's kind of funny. But, yeah, culture winning. It's really hard to even pick the Falcons. They're just... You never know what they're going to do week to week. They're one of those teams... they're just literally the NFC South is the exact same. But Colts just have pieces, man. They got a lot during the trade deadline. They have even more depth than they already have. They might be a Super Bowl contender. Well, they are. They are a Super Bowl contender, and they might even be like the Super Bowl favorite at this point with all the pieces they got. So we'll see how they go. Let's go into later Sunday, 1 o'clock, Saints, Panthers. Bryce Young is 4-0 since October. He's cooking right now. He just beat the Packers. And the Saints season's pretty much over. At this point, if you're the Saints, you might as well tank. You might as well tank for like those top picks. And don't allow those draft picks to slip away from you. So, I'm going to go Panthers. And they're looking good for the playoffs, man. They might actually
Saints,
make it.
Man, what is going on? Like, what happened?
We knew the Saints were going to be bad this year.
Not this bad though.
Oh, I thought they'd have the number. I didn't think they'd have the number
I
one
thought they'd
pick.
have a couple more wins, man. Like, what's going on with that?
I thought they'd be a bottom 5 team, so I'm not too surprised. Like they've been frisky, but they always just come up short. You know, it was kind of the same with a few teams in the past years.
I thought the Panthers would come out and come off short.
Who knew that? Yeah, who knew the Panthers might be 6-4?
It might be in playoff contention as well.
I think I had them as like 7-10 in my record prediction. So this is very good. This is it's looking really good right now for them. You're going Panthers?
Yeah, I'm going with Panthers. I'm mainly not gonna choose a lot of upsets because let's be honest, bro. They're just.
I mean, you had a pretty good week. You had a better week than me with some of those risky picks. So,
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I don't get
really
it.
See any risk here.
I mean, I get it. It's also kind of like like we're in week 10 now. You know, like these teams are pretty chalked. Yeah, some of these games are chalked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, at this point, you can kind of tell.
You kind of know who's the good teams now, and you hope they just don't fuck it up. I mean, the NFL's still unpredictable, and like this is one of the most unpredictable seasons, and we're 10 weeks in. But that being said, yeah, we can't. I can't pick that many upsets all the time. Can't do it. Mm-mm. Giants, Bears, Chicago versus New York, Battle of the Pizzas, whatever you want to call it. Bears are playing for the division, honestly. They are right there. Like, dude, the NFC North is crazy. Let me just tell you.
This could go either way.
Let me tell you the win totals in the NFC North right now. 5-5-5-4. They're all that close. All 4 teams. So, but I think I know the weakest team for sure. And the Bears are not the weakest team in the AFC North anymore. They are getting there. They're improving. Even with last week, I still believe that they are not the worst team in the AFC North. Yeah, like I said, the Giants season was pretty much over after that Broncos loss. And it really does look like it. They haven't really... They competed really good against the 49ers last week, but it wasn't enough. Who are you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All right, you still got faith in the Giants. I can't blame you. They can make something happen, especially against the Bears, who are kind of like still a little unproven. And yeah, first split of the day for us. Jags, Texans. All right, something to know about this game. It's under the radar, but I mean this kind of almost ends the Texans' run in the AFC South. Like, I don't think they have any chance of winning the division if they lose this game. Even worse, CJ Shroud is not playing. Not playing. So that takes me to the Jags. And I mean they look like they're figuring things out. Maybe not on the defense. Maybe the Raiders got a little lightning that last week, and I think the Jags will be fine. They do have some high-scoring games, though. But with backup quarterback pretty much has not played all year, I don't see it. So I'm going Jags. And this would be a sweep for the Jags.
You think the Jags are going to win?
I think with the quarterback out for the Texans, yeah, for sure. Jags are going to sweep them. Who are you going with?
I'm going to go with the Texans.
All right.
I think the Texans can have a good shot at winning this game.
Just like a quick reminder for you guys, Shroud is like sick, so he's keeping it very minimal on words today, and yeah, I think that's fine. I told him to, so. We're just gonna hope the homies get better. Yeah, also gonna hope Rep fucking joins, but you know that's not gonna happen.
At least we're gonna watch one thing.
Facts. All right. It is under the radar because it's a divisional matchup, and I think it really kind of tells, like, this is the stakes of the season right here. At least the division for both teams. I think it like cements who comes in second in the division. I'll say that. Like if I think if Texans win that game, I think Texans come second in the AFC South at the end of the year. If Jags win, I think they'll either be second or they win it. So we'll see. Bills, Dolphins. Again, like, man, this is shit's chalk. Bills just beat the Chiefs. There's no reason to even pick them. Maybe the fact that it's in Miami and they just got like a GM change in Miami. There's some changes going on. Maybe that's going to make them better. Am I going to pick that? Absolutely not. Give me the Bills. I mean, this is the same team that scored like 6 points against the fucking Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I'm good. Shroud?
I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yep.
There's no reason to pick the Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying, man. You just can't do it. Just cannot do it, even though...
You can't even see that's an upset, bro.
You know, sometimes... I mean, like, in the last past years, they've, like, split with each other, but I think last year, Bills swept them. It's just... Yeah, it's so hard to pick. So hard to pick Dolphins winning. They just look so bad right now. Maybe if the team has, like, a good rushing game, like Devon Achane, but, you know. Trade deadline's happening and stuff like that. Oh. This is an under-the-radar game. Battle of the purple teams. Ravens are starting to get back in the AFC North battle. They already are. They're literally second. They're second behind the Steelers now because of the Bengals collapsing. We'll get to that. Vikings, 4-4. J.J. McCarthy came back as a shit quarterback, and then he plays the Lions and wins. And now all of a sudden you're like, okay, who's winning this division, bro? Who's winning it? Because the Packers lost last week, too. Like, man. So the two bad teams in the AFC North won, and the two good teams in the AFC North lost. And the Vikings were responsible for one of them. And you're like, wow. Like, who is actually winning this division? No clue. But I still think the Vikings have a little more to prove. I think they still are maybe like the fourth favorite to win the division. But they're on good track. If J.J. McCarthy plays like that, maybe they could upset the Ravens. Because the Ravens are pretty hot right now. They won 2 in a row. And the AFC North is so bad that they're already back. So, like, there's no more catching up to do besides the Steelers, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens, but I could definitely see the upset. I would say this is an upset for the Vikings rather than the Ravens, regardless of record.
I think the Ravens can get a comeback here.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't put an X through them for a reason. When they were 1-5, I knew they could come back with a bad division. I knew that they could compete. And, I never doubted them to start coming back. But this is a pretty big test here. This is a pretty big game to keep that momentum going. If they lose, what's at stake? I think it's going to be very close if they can come back in the division to beat the Steelers over it. Or even the Bengals if they figure it out, but they probably won't. Or if they win, they definitely will. They're definitely going to catch up. But if they lose, it's going to be close. It's going to be close at the end of the year. All right. Another Ravens sweep. You picked Ravens, right?
Yeah.
I thought I just dragged you over there for some reason. Okay. Browns, Jets. This is like a tank bowl, dude. I think it's under the radar because it's fun. They're both bad teams. They both kind of are giving away players to other teams. They both gave up on the season, obviously. Rightfully so. I mean, there's nothing to really compete for, right? Besides draft picks. And with the Jets getting rid of Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams, I mean, that, like, I know it wasn't helping them regardless, but I think it was a lot of offense that was doing that. Defense is probably going to look even worse. I'm I was going to pick the Jets originally, but after they lost those key players, going with the Browns. And that means the Browns are going to have the same amount of wins as the Bengals. All right. Go ahead.
I'm going to pick the Jets for this one.
All right. You know, maybe they could ride that momentum from last week. Well, not last week, but 2 weeks ago. Maybe they can ride that momentum. They got their first win, of course, and maybe they can get that going, get some heat going. All right. Yeah, it should be a fun one. I think Dylan Gabriel is still quarterback. Wonder when they're gonna bring in Shedeur Sanders. But for now, next game. Patriots, Bucks. All these good games are like really late today. So, like later on in this video.
Oh, Ralph's going to be mad at this one. I'll let him know.
Yeah, no, he's going to be mad at both of us because we're picking that. I think we're both picking the Bucks, aren't we?
Yeah.
I just think.
Listen. Patriots are a good team. They're just not the Bucks.
I agree. I think.
They're not the Bucks.
Well, I just think the Patriots are due to lose. They're due to lose. In the Bucks, I think lost like 2 weeks ago. I think they lost going into their bye week, so they should be fine. I think they'll make up here in Tampa. Should be a good game. It's the Tom Brady game, of course. Both teams Tom Brady played for. Think yeah, should be good. Should be a good game. But I'll go with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield is still playing well, playing very good. Honestly, I don't even think I have to I don't have to guess what rep is gonna pick, so I'm just gonna drag him here. All right, Cardinals, Seahawks. Cardinals got one of their wins. They finally broke their streak. Wait, yeah, they're 3-5. Because if they lost last week, their season was over. I declared that. I said their backs were against the walls, and they found a way to win. They did it. They're still in. And they lost to the Seahawks in Arizona earlier this season. It was a very close game. Kyler Murray is out for at least a month. I think this is going to be the last you see of him in the Cardinals jersey. He'll probably be on a new team next year. Call of Duty's coming out. Perfect time for Kyler Murray to play Call of Duty. Dude, Jacoby Brissett looks like a better quarterback for the Cardinals right now. And they kind of blew out the Cowboys. I was very impressed with Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that momentum and the fact that they already lost to the Seahawks this year, I think they split. And I think the Cardinals keep their season alive with another much needed win on the road against a very hot Seahawks team. And another reason I think this is going to happen is we have seen the Colts be number one, right? We've seen the Lions and the Bucks be number one in power rankings. The Seahawks, in my opinion, are the best team right now in the NFL because of their momentum. And this season, obviously, that doesn't go well. Once you reach number one in the power rankings, we saw it with the Packers as well. You lose to a team, and then you're not number one anymore. Like, no one can keep that consistent number one this season, it feels. And I think they're due to lose, and that's why the Seahawks are going to lose. Because they're number one, and that's been a curse this season. Like, no one knows who the number one team is, like, for 2 weeks in a row. No one even knows. No one knows. Who you got?
I got the Seahawks. I don't think they're going to get
I like the split. It's a great game. I think it'll be a great game. It's going to be very close. See, if the Seahawks win, they keep that. I think they keep that number one spot in power rankings. A lot of people don't have them as number one, but I think they are the best team right now. Just based on everything. All like the Buccaneers have lost recently. The Eagles like lost 2 in a row. They're taking a while. The Chiefs just lost. They had a lot of momentum. The Lions just lost to the Vikings. Who else was number one? Packers just lost to the fucking Panthers. Like, who's number one, dude? I think it's the Seahawks. And the Colts just lost to the Steelers. So, like I'm saying, there's just no consistent team that is dominating this year at all. Bills lost 2 in a row at one point. You know what I mean? So, like, this is really, like, the team that has really, like, hasn't lost a lot since, like, week 1. I forgot who else they lost to. I think it was a really good team. Oh, it was the Bucs, right? Lost to the Buccaneers. So, like I said, you know, they're not losing to bad teams. Yeah, they have a lot of momentum, especially since last week. I just think we can't have a consistent number one this year. It's illegal. So, give me Cardinals. And I like the idea of them splitting in the conference. Sorry, not the division this year. All right. We'll see how that goes. I think Jacoby Brissett is a better quarterback for them. He's played way better. Got that offense going every time he's in there. Another NFC West divisional battle, Rams 49ers, I think is going to go the same way as the Cardinals Seahawks. Rams lost to them earlier on that Thursday night game. It was a really good game. Give me the split. What you got?
Give me the Rams.
He's got the Rams as well. I'll talk about the 49ers a little bit. Their quarterback situation is a little weird to me. They got the win against the Giants last week. Good for them. Still riddled with injuries. And Rams are just a very, very tough team compared to the recent teams the 49ers have played. I think the Rams are going to want revenge as well. So give me that. Rams are playing well. Puka's back as well. I just like them in this matchup for sure. I like them a lot. Next game, I think, Lions Commanders. I got ass spanking because Lions just lost to the Vikings, dude. Commanders, Jane Daniels is out indefinitely because of that arm injury. Dude, you were losing 31. You were down like 31 to the Seahawks. And your fucking quarterback was in the game in the fourth quarter? What are we doing? Like, I get there's been insane comebacks this year, but there's like 7 minutes left in the game. Why is Jane Daniels playing? Now he's injured. Now your season's over because you're 3-6. And your fucking main quarterback is out for like a month at least. So, reason this is an ass spanking? Lions just lost. Don't forget, the Lions lost to the Commanders last year in the NFC divisional matchup game because they were riddled with injuries on the defense, and now the Commanders are kind of sitting at 3-6, and the Lions are out to kill. They are out to kill. They're out for blood. They hate that they ended their season last year. This is going to be an ass beating, dude. I put a lot of money on that. Last time I predicted an ass beating from the Lions was against the Cowboys a few years ago, and they fucking dominated them like 47-9. So when I say a team is going to dominate, I know what I'm talking about. All the signs point to the Lions. Yeah, give me the Lions. What you got? And I think the Lions just can't have that. I think the Lions just don't lose that many games in a row, too. Like, you always see them on a streak. Who you got? You got Lions as well?
Lions.
Yeah. Just a way better team, man. Way better team right now. Trust them a lot more. Especially since Commanders are a little injured on offense. Yeah, ass spanking. Steelers, Chargers, Sunday night. I believe. This is the Sunday night game. Steelers coming off a much needed win against the Colts, who were red hot. And the Chargers, you could argue this is one of the better teams in the NFL right now. Sitting at 6-3. Just beat the I want to say they beat the Titans. Close game, literally, like, Herbert threw a pick six at the very beginning. They made up for it. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. I like their team more. I still think their defense is better, more reliable than the Steelers. I mean, the Colts had like 5 turnovers, and they still made it a 7-point game. I mean, the Steelers, in hindsight, should have like blew them away with 5 turnovers. They just didn't. So, still don't trust that defense. So, give me the Chargers. And this is kind of needed for the AFC North to kind of be closer. A little bit of a manifestation. Go ahead.
I think the Steelers are going to win.
You think Steelers? Think their defense is going to look a little better? Possibly. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers. You trust him. All right. I think this is the Sunday night game, so let's move on to Monday night. Yep. Eagles-Packers. The battle of the cheeses. The Philadelphia cream cheese versus the Wisconsin cheese. Eagles coming off a bye week, and the Packers coming off a loss to the Panthers. So, the Packers were once number 1 team in the NFC. They have lost to the Browns and the Panthers this season. 2 losses. Browns and Panthers. That's kind of crazy to think about. But that's the NFL. That's the NFL this season. Packers, I mean, they don't have the greatest resume. They haven't beat the best teams recently. I still don't trust Jordan Love as a quarterback, man. But do I trust Jalen Hurts to have a better game than him? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. All right. He's picking the cream cheese. I want to make this a split because it is a good game, but I'm there with you, man. I don't trust the Packers. I don't. But could I trust that? Could I trust the Eagles offense right now with A.J. Brown kind of struggling? I don't know that either. But what I do trust is Saquon Barkley, and I trust the Eagles defense. I trust the Eagles defense. I think the Eagles are more like an overall solid, like more better team overall. Like, you know, like if you add up the offense and the defense rather than the offense for the Packers. I think the offense is significantly better on the Eagles than the Packers. And I think the defenses are pretty close. I think the Packers do edge them, but not by much. So I think Eagles are the better team, technically. They're running away with their division, too. They're running away with the NFC East. I mean, you got the Commanders struggling. Cowboys made some moves. We'll see what happens there. In the trade deadline, we'll talk about them soon. But, I mean, the Eagles are well ahead in their division. They're probably going to win it. So, yeah, with all that said, give me the Eagles for Monday night. Let's talk about the bye week. Now, I'm not going to talk about my team that much. If you want to know how I feel about this team, go watch the video I posted on Sunday, and you'll know how I feel about the Bengals right now. But they're 3-6. They're on their bye week. I think they play the Patriots and the Steelers and the Patriots coming up. See how that goes. See how those next 2 games go. And the Chiefs just lost to the Bills. So, yeah, both teams not doing well going into their bye week. But Chiefs are in a much better position. They're outside of the wild card right now. We'll see if they make the playoffs. Again, they're going to have to make the playoffs, dude. If they want to beat the Bills again. Cowboys, Titans. Cowboys 3-5-1 again, made some offseason moves. Titans are 1-8. Their season's pretty much done. Cowboys are trying to salvage it a little bit. I think it's too late, but you know, those are the bye weeks. That's the video, man. Let's take a look at the. Yeah, this is a fun graphic. I love this graphic. Let's look at the eliminated teams right now and teams that are still in it, barely. Now, the bottom shows the teams closest to the X's are teams that are pretty much on the verge of their season being over. You know what I mean? And then the teams on the left are the playoff teams right now. So you got Colts, Broncos, and Patriots pretty much sitting at 7 wins. Steelers are fourth because, that's the AFC North right now. They would get a home game. The division winner gets a home game. Then you got the wild cards. I probably got this mixed up a little bit, but these are the teams that are winning their division right now. Technically, I believe. So you got the Lions, 49ers, and Seahawks looking in. I think the Rams are winning it right now. And you got the Panthers looking right outside the NFC. And the Bears, of course. The AFC North is crazy. And you got the Cardinals closest to their season being over. And, of course, the X's, I think their season is over. So, yeah. Got anything else?
No, not really.
No, you're really, yeah. I think the Ravens should be above the Bengals right now. That's my mistake. But I mean, it's still show. I think these teams are one loss away from their season being over in the AFC North. All these teams are right here. Steelers should be here too, because that division is awful this year. But Texans, pretty much a loss away. Cardinals 1 loss away. Commanders 1 loss away. Cowboys 1 loss away. Falcons. I think you're looking at these 3 teams who still have a little bit of wiggle room. These teams are backs against the wall. Pretty much all these teams are backs against the wall. 4 teams on here, 4 teams on here. That's the easiest way to put it. But yeah, AFC weak this year. NFC strong as hell. That's going to be the video, guys. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Hopefully with rep. Hakuna Matata.